Okay, looks like we're live here. It is Saturday morning, 11 a.m. Central Time here in the great state of Texas in the United States. This is the Team Certainty and Power Network Saturday morning questions and answer period for prospective new members that are considering joining Power Network and us here at Team Certainty. And I have with me Mr. Iron Dane Richards. How are you doing today, sir?
Good.
Okay, good. We're both recovering here from our 4th of July festivities. We do ours, on Thursday. Well, Thursday this week. We do ours on July 3rd. It's just our subdivision celebrates and does all the fireworks, everything on the 3rd, I'm still recovering. Today's the 5th, and I'm still I got cobwebs still from the 4th. So, but that's okay. Still sunburn and so forth. But I am recovering, and we'll get through today, and got a lot to go over and questions and stuff. How was your 4th, Mr. Richards?
It was really good. Still got all of them, so that's the main thing. I got
okay.
no
right.
No more, no less digits. So I was safe with the fireworks. that's amazing.
Well, I did a lot of smoking. I smoked a ton of meat, and stuff. And unfortunately, I didn't do any pictures. But sometime here in the next week or two, I'll, go through my, camera and on my iPhone and stuff and grab some, shots of, the mothership smoker and the other stuff. But it was just hectic, nonstop all day long. And we, like I said earlier in the green room, we went till 2:33 in the morning, outside drinking cocktails and stuff with a bunch of people that just stayed late. So it was good. It's only once a year, right?
Yeah.
And the older you get, the harder it is to bounce back. When I was 20, we'd be doing the same thing, 3 days in a row.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It just doesn't happen anymore. It's just not that easy. So, okay. Well, I guess first of all, thank you for joining us, viewers. Those of you viewing us either live or on replay. Thank you for taking the time to visit with us today, and we will give you half an hour worth of content and a lot of good questions coming in, a lot of iPass updates, as well as Power Network special announcements, and we'll talk a little bit about them. We got a lot of questions came in this week, from that, and support threw a bunch of them over for us to answer here today. We do these Google Hangouts twice a week. We do them on Wednesday nights from 8 to 9 Central Time, an hour long, and for prospective new members, and as well as this time period, Saturday mornings from 11 to 11:30. This Saturday morning session is designed specifically for questions and answers, and that's what the button is over here on the side of the page. The support ticket. If you just click that support tab, a box will open up. You can ask a question, send it into support. Support will answer your question for you, and then we'll get it back to us if they deem it appropriate, and then we'll answer it in front of everyone for everyone else's benefit on these Saturday morning sessions. We got a handful of questions. Let's just jump right into them, Mr. Iron Dane Richards. You want to ask me? The first one is just you and I. So
yeah, actually, I was going to say. Well, this is one that's been going on in my mind that a reader asked was, one of our viewers is, what's the iPass 2 update? I mean, that's the same thing on mine, too. That one's on my agenda for you.
Well, I am a little bit close with that, and I've got a couple third-party vendors that are outside of iPass 2 that I know that are tied into iPass 2 that have, kind of, sent me some emails about, certain things that are going to be happening very soon with them. And I interpret that as, obviously being a part of the iPass system or, provider to the iPass, network and so forth. Chris Jones said that, in his last email update, which wasn't too long ago, said that, his ideal launch would be, I think it's the 7th or 8th of July, I mean, this coming Monday. So I would not be surprised to see it, launched at that time or this coming week. We're all been anxious. We've all been waiting a long time. And some people have been sitting on the sidelines waiting for the iPass 2 to come out. So the update I have is you better get online, joined up and in position to take advantage of iPass 2. Because if you're not an Empower Network member and ready for iPass 2 in a position, you're not going to be able to utilize it. And unfortunately, we are. So, yeah, I plan on going heavy on it, this week. I'm prepared I'm in position, got everything ready to go. So once it's, we've got direct access to it, logins, we're going to be good to go. So I expect to answer the question, could be any day, but I do expect it to be this coming week.
Cool.
We'll just have to wait and see. So, all right, this one's coming your way.
Okay.
This viewer's asking, what is your prediction on Team Certainty for the balance of 2014? I guess they're looking for goals or expectations.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, I know the one thing is, the next event in Orlando, we're going to probably be displaying our team colors.
Right.
That our captain here is blessed us with. So I know we're going to be down in Orlando for that event, and I'm going to say is, it should be really good, because by that time we'll have the iPass 2 working.
Right.
Fingers crossed. And but I see now we gotten through the first half of the year. We've been organizing a lot of things for everyone, folks, and the one thing is, I will admit, the older we get, the faster time flies by, and but I'm anticipating a really good finish for this year, and we welcome everybody to come on board. The button's down below, of course. You can join today, just whatever you feel is right, get involved, but unless you put your feet in the water, you're never going to learn how to swim. So.
Right.
I'm going to say is come on aboard with us and just get signed up, get in the back office, look around in the back office, see what there's everybody's found something of interest back there that I've talked to. There's always different levels, but everybody that I've talked to says, man, that was great. I just read this little thing and I learned how to make some money right on the web right away. So just go back there if you haven't joined up yet at Team Certainty, please do, and we really want you to come on board and do as well as we do. But as far as it goes, I'm not going to predict the number of signups or anything else. I'm not going to put a number on anything, to be honest. But I anticipate things, really, really multiplying exponentially with the iPass 2 system is the best thing I'm going to say. And some of that's all contingent on when they launch, right? I mean,
right. And I'll just throw my comments in there too. Because we talk about this on a weekly basis, goals and so forth. And the iPass 2, we have been waiting for the iPass 2, and Empower Network. We'll talk about this in just a minute. The new products and announcements they've rolled out. The help offline type of recruiting and growth. And we've never wanted to be the biggest team here at Team Certainty, at Empower Network. We just want to have a team that everybody makes money. So if you join this team, then you make money, or you don't make the team. I mean, it's and it's all your effort. So that's what on the back office of our web page, we provide all this stuff to make money. So if you can't do it, it's because you don't want to do it. That's the bottom line. So anyway, but as far as goals for the rest of this year, yes, we will be in Orlando for the final event in October, Empower Network event this year, and we do expect to make a big splash. I think that event is going to be a huge event. They've talked about people, groups. I think the biggest event they've had so far with one group was at the event in Denver that we went to. I think that was the largest event where they had 6,300 people total in one room, and that room wasn't even full. So they're looking at an event, a venue down in Orlando with minimum 10,000 seating, and maybe more. So we'll see. But we do plan on being there. We do plan on bringing a big group. We do plan on our regular extracurricular activities that we do, and look forward to having just a good blowout time there. And it's for the last event. of the year. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But, in closing on that question about, what are the goals for 2014? It's the goals for the goals I have actually for 2014 for the team is to bring more people onto these hangouts.
Right.
And but the producers are the ones that that make it, and and there's a little bit more criteria than that, but we're training a few people now, and but by the end of the year, it would be nice for other people to be controlling all of these hangouts, instead of us, which have been from day one, and that's one of the goals that I have for 2014 for the team. So. Okay, next question. You want to go ahead and shoot it out? Just pick one.
Yeah, this is a good one. I found here was what was the special announcement that they made in North Carolina at the last event? What was that?
Okay.
All
right. No, that's a great question, and a lot of viewers asked that question, and because it was hyped so much. I mean, David Wood hyped and hyped and hyped and hyped about, look, you better join, you better get online, you better do this, you better do that. If you're in network marketing, if you're in MLM, it'll be unethical if you don't join. All these, pings and pings and pings day after day after day, and, building up to this special announcement that's going to be announced in North Carolina. Now, you and I know, we even got it when we were in North Carolina. The build up to it. But when he finally announced what it was, I can see where his hype, came from and stuff. And I think it's a great product. I think they're going to change a few things on it, but the conceptual thought or the conceptual distribution and plan of it, I think is infallible. Is definitely workable, and that's what I'm looking forward to more than anything. And for those of you that don't know what that special announcement was, here it is. The special announcement David Wood, announced in North Carolina was, Empower Network is issuing CD-ROMs, and I'll tell you a little story about that in a minute, but it's just a compact disc, and with all of the, how to join, why to join, what's this product, what's that product, the whole delivery system of, why you should, join, Empower Network. And it's not free. It costs $197, and you get your blog with it, and you get the inner circle with it as well. So, and an affiliate. You become an affiliate as well. So, you get a tremendous amount of value for that price. And with the knowledge of and insight with that CD-ROM on how to do it. So, but for those of you that are old enough to remember how American Online became actually the presence on what back then was the internet, I wouldn't even say it was considered the internet. I would say it would be online computing. Because there basically wasn't an internet back then. You had online computing where you would dial. Use a modem and an analog line, to dial into a designated, provider, which would be AOL. Like AOL would have their own 800 number, and you dial in, and then you're into AOL. That was there was no internet, like it is today until Netscape. When Netscape came out with their browser, then you had an internet. Now you had a browser where you could log into that browser and then surf through the internet. That was the very first touch for the general public of the internet, was when Netscape came out with their browser. And it wasn't long after that before Internet Explorer came out, and then obviously Google and so forth. But America Online was the only thing going. There was another company close to them called Prodigy. And then there was another one, a database one that was even more popular. CompuServe, that's right. That was even before them. That was the online, network that you could go to, dial in and go to. But America Online became so popular because you would get these CD-ROMs in the mail. You get them 20, 30 of them a year. They didn't cost anything. They were free, but it gave you like 10 hours worth of free time, and if you dialed in and joined, and, and all this and that, and by doing that, that's what elevated them up to the by far and above the #1 position of online internet computer companies. That's why they got so big, and Time Warner actually bought them, I think, which was a major mistake. The problem with them was they didn't move on beyond that. They just stopped right there, and they didn't adapt to new technologies and growth and stuff. I still see people with AOL email addresses.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's still out there now, but it's nowhere. It's a door for what it was. I mean, it's just nothing compared to what it was. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make here is that Empower Network is handing out these CD-ROM discs, and for offline people. So these people offline now, they still have to have a computer to watch it, right? But they don't have to be online to go to a landing page and get a autoresponder and all this other stuff to make it work. They don't need that anymore. They just do it straight offline with their CD-ROM, whether they watch it on a computer or a tablet or whatever they have. So it's going to be very interesting how they roll that out full speed, and if they take that approach, the same approach that AOL did, and just mass market these discs and see what happens. I think it's probably a fairly good route to go, but we'll see. We'll wait and see. But that was the big announcement. In answer to the viewer's question, that was the big announcement in North Carolina, is that the product for offline, to do offline recruiting, is this CD-ROM, just like AOL did. So it's pretty big. We'll see how it turns out, and we'll see how it goes. All right, let's move on here, and I'm going to give you the very last question.
Okay.
And then we can chat about a few things if we want to. Let's see. Okay, this viewer's asking us, and you can answer it directly yourself, and then I guess I'll answer it as well.
Okay.
Do you have any new projects you are working on for the Team Certainty back office?
You know what? Yeah, we are working on a lot of stuff, folks. I could say that. And me personally, I'm trying to get a new updated guide going for everybody on starting up for some more web marketing and top 10 placement. So yeah, we are trying to put some new products up. And the one good thing about the internet is that it's forever changing. It's not a static type of entity. It's always being changed, recreated, whether it's Google or Microsoft or whoever is behind it. It's always shifting. I mean, at one time, Facebook was strictly for college students and had nothing to do with what it does now. So, there's always a new thing that's about ready to kind of come to the surface, and we always like to try to stay abreast of everything in technology that's coming through. So, yeah, I can say I don't want to spoil what the secret is on what I'm working on, but keep posted and stop back, and probably within the next 2 weeks I should have this new one, this new project completed where it's been tested and tried. But you'll like it, I guess. So.
Good. Yeah. The only thing I can add to that is that the back office of Team Certainty, is going to get redone. And I don't know if the new website's going to go up before the end of the year or not. I don't know. I mean, it's only halfway through the year, but we've contacted our web provider or the people that we go to for these websites and stuff, and I think probably after the Orlando event, we'll make a decision whether or not we just want to improve the site, or go ahead and redo it in a different language, which is what it needs to be done. So we'll wait and see. And there might be some new member that joins that is better suited to make that decision than any one of us. So we'll see what happens. But we're content with how it's being operated now and the results that it's getting and how people are walked through the back and handle it. So we'll see on that. The only last question I do have up here that support sent. I want to answer, and this viewer's asking, will iPass 2 cost anything? That's been a question we're getting a lot, and the simple answer is yeah, it is. It's going to cost money. It's just too good of a product. I mean, you don't have to have it, don't have to use it, but if you want to excel, in the area and utilize, your money best spent, so to speak, and everything, then we highly suggest you do it. And there's 3 levels. I think it's gold, silver, and bronze, silver, and black. I think levels, and they all correspond to the Empower Network products. So if you have, I think there's 2 products coupled together in each one of the memberships. Like the silver, or the bronze, which is the early stage, the first stage, you have to have the blog and inner circle, and then the next level is the Costa Rica and 15K, and then the next one is the Masters, and you're black or something. You have to have all the products to be the black level. But the black level is where to go, where to be at. I'm black level. I got my black card, and with that black level, you get a personal PBA, which does all the selling for you and physically picks up the phone and follows up on all your leads and everything else and does all the closing for you. So you really do become a professional inviter, and they do all the training. They will be the training for the back office of Team Certainty as well for new members. So it's going to be a real slick thing, and looking forward to getting out and getting to where we all can use it, and that's just right around the corner. So that's what the buttons are for below. I recommend level 3, and that's the best, the least amount of money. Position yourself to make the most amount of money, the quickest. Add level 3 below the buttons below this broadcast page. Mr. Iron Dane Richards, do you have any closing comments? I mean, it's been a swift moving Saturday morning, as it always is, but yeah, you got any closing comments that?
Well, I just wanted to wish the best to Gary and to Mike, and right. Hopefully we see him back here soon. And other than that, it's I'm just going to kick back the rest of this weekend and watch the Formula One race tomorrow. I'm hoping my guy Nico Rosberg or Kimi Räikkönen wins. I mean, it's 2 of my favorites. So I've been following that for years. I love it. So I mean, that's my. I'm looking forward to watching that.
Okay,
this
good.
weekend. But other than that, that's about it, my friend. That's about it.
All right. Well, likewise, one of the things good about celebrating the 4th of July and July 3rd, like we always do, is you got the rest of the weekend just to relax and not do anything else. I get to do yard work today and tomorrow, so I'll probably be even more sunburned, come Wednesday when we do our Wednesday hangout. But it's time to give thanks to July 4th, and made it another year, and hopefully many more years to come. So, for those of you that are watching, thanks for spending the time, today, and whether you watch this on replay or live, hopefully we gave you some good questions and got some answers too. And we'll be back on Wednesday. Wednesday evening, we do these Google Hangouts twice a week this time period, 11 to 11:30 Saturday mornings, and then Wednesday evenings from 8 to 9 p.m. Central Time. For a full hour, and for prospective members. Typically we have topics. The topic that's coming Wednesday will be North Carolina again, the Charlotte event, and what that means for Team Certainty and prospective new members. So we look forward to seeing you then. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully everyone had a safe and joyous 4th of July. And wherever you are in the world, give thanks for what you do have, and we'll see you on Wednesday night. And thanks for spending time with us this morning. Take care, everyone.
Take care.